Are y'all ready for the Dr. James JC Cooley Show? It's your life. That's right. It's your life with Dr. James JC Cooley. Dr. James JC Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
James, I don't think we can hear you. Not quite yet. I will introduce us out. Welcome to It's Your Life with Dr. James JC Cooley. I'm Michelle Cooley, the co-host of this amazing show, and welcome, and happy holidays. We're excited to have you here, audience, to join us today with our very, very special guest. And we also have a very special celebrity co-host. Can you hear me, James?
Yes. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes. Wow. I'm excited about the show today, Michelle, because what we're going to be talking about, I mean, you watch these actors. I think you love that television show called The Game and all of this sort of type of stuff. And it's going to be great to understand that, what goes into making plays and also movies and other things associated with our industry, but hold on. I think we're missing somebody off this right off the bat.
You got a guest co-host too. He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity sportscaster, Dr. Terry Spain.
How you doing? How you doing, Terry? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me on again too.
Oh, come on, man. We're doing just fine. We're freezing here, man. We're in Dallas
Oh
at the
man.
time, but we'll be in California in a couple of days. So I'm looking at changing the weather here because it is kind of cold here. So
This is great sleeping weather, actually. I
Yeah.
love the fall. I'm an East Coast girl, so I love the fall. I love change of seasons.
oh yeah. So I'm excited about the guest that we have on today. Just like I mentioned earlier, I don't think you all heard me because I think we had technical difficulty right off the bat. But in the industry, it's a lot that people don't know that goes in that to produce a product, whether it's film, whether it's stage plays, whether it's just television, radio. It's a whole lot that goes into all of those things, and making sure that we get the final product, right before we display that to the audience. So whichever platform that you're watching this on, whether you're watching this on E360 television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Apple TV, Rumble, uh, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and over 84 other platforms. Welcome to the show. If you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do, just go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Michelle, can you please do the honors by introducing the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely fantastic guest?
Oh, most definitely. So the title of today's show is called Donald Variste Presents Standing on Business, a stage play starring Drew Sidora and Pooch Hall. And this amazing Haitian American playwright, producer, and director whose creative journey reflects the power of turning pain into purpose. He was born and raised in Miami, Florida, and he discovered early on that storytelling was his calling. Although once misunderstood in traditional classroom, he used his imagination and compassion to create stories that healed hearts and bridged communities. His work speaks to resilience, faith, and the human experience. Through his company, DV Productions, he continues to use art as a ministry to inspire transformation and unity. In 2013, Dr. Variste debuted his first stage play, The Reason for the Season, sparking a new chapter of purpose and creativity. Since then, he has written and produced several impactful productions, including Church Hurts, I Hate My In-Laws, and Russian Roulette, It Wasn't Me. Each play reflects real-life challenges while offering messages of redemption, forgiveness, and empowerment. And he's going to talk about this amazing stage play that is coming really soon and talk about the book based on this play. So please welcome, audience. Give a hands up to Dr. Donald Variste.
Thank you, everyone, for having me on the platform. I'm honored to be a part of the platform. Thank you once again. So you said the question about the book is so funny. The book is released, but I haven't even promoted the book. So everyone got the VIP access of it being on Amazon, launched on Amazon. So I didn't want to take away from the stage play itself. So I'm not going to actually talk about it on, for the people that's come to the stage play, they have an opportunity, or the books will be there for them to purchase it. But the book, it pretty much kind of compared to what the stage play is, but I kind of put a little twist to it for the book because I didn't want it to be the same thing. So people think they're going to get the exact same thing, but they're not. But the thing that I like about the book is it's more in depth, of course. So it's a good read. It's a good read for sure. So that's definitely what I want to say concerning the book, Standing on Business. And I'm excited about it. So I believe that the readers would absolutely love this the book as well. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Donald, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about you? What makes you click? I know you grew up in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this passion for playwriting, television, and all of that? When did that hit you that I can do this?
I think everything started in the 5th grade. Being a Haitian American, I went to a school during that time in the 90s, in the early 90s, when I was in the 5th grade in elementary school. I went to school where it was a lot of African Americans, and during that time, it was a stigma for Haitians. So growing up as an Haitian, it was not the thing you wanted to go around telling people I'm a Haitian. So they will fight Haitians. Haitians get bullied. It was a lot of different things that was going on during that time. So with that being said, when I was in the 5th grade, I had a teacher. She did not like Haitians, and so she used to always speak negatively towards me. She would either tell me I'm nothing, I won't be nothing in life, I'll die by the time I'm the age of 18 years old. So it was so many negative words that this teacher used to say to me at the age of during that 5th grade year. And so what I used to do, I used to have so much anger that was built in because you felt the rejection. So going to school in 5th grade, it was like going to hell every day. Seeing this teacher was like the devil himself. And so what I started to do is I started to write, because there was so much so many mixed emotions at that age of me being in the 5th grade. So I began to start writing characters and dialogues during that time frame. And so not understanding that I was actually tapping into my God-given purpose of the plays, which was one of the part of the calling, and I would write, and I would be able to write characters like, okay, what would this character say, which is still me, but what would I say? What is she saying? And I would create these different storylines in 5th grade. And so to fast forward, I was in college. I had a project, and I was writing something, and one of my professor told me that, do you know that you are a creative writer? Like, that is really your strength. Like, did you really write this? Like, this is really, really good. You should really consider going into anything dealing with creative writing. And that's when it really hit me that I knew that this was something that was one of my callings.
Now, Donald, there's a lot of amazing playwrights out there. What comes to mind is not only Tyler Perry, but Shelley Garrett. And do you have a role model when it comes to playwriters?
It's so funny you mentioned Shelley Garrett, because that was my mentor. That was one of my mentors before he passed away, of course. And I learned a lot from him. And so, because, he's the legend, right? He was the urban godfather of theater. So it doesn't get any better than that. This is somebody who's been doing this for a very long time. He gave me a story, where Tyler Perry will come in with the board and be writing notes and stuff in Louisiana. So you hear so much stories from him. So to be in the presence of him, and for him to be able to even see my production, because at the time I had church shirts, and he would tell me, this is really good. Your presentation is good. You're going to go far in this industry. And this is before I even had any headliners or anything like that. This was just me doing a production, with local actors. And he's seen everything that I was doing. He gave me some pointers, of course. And another playwright as well was Vanessa Lynn. She was also another mentor. She had Church Girl was one of the projects that she had that was touring around. And she also gave us pointers as well when it comes to presentation, marketing, because it's so much. It was not just being a playwright. It's just being a business, like being able to understand the business of everything. And I think that's what I would say. So those were the two people in the space that I had the opportunity, to learn from. Of course, I learned from other people as well, like my others that are doing it before me. Of course, when it came to script development, I had a friend that helped me with that as well. And those who I'm inspired by, of course, I was inspired by Shelley Garrett, of course, and David Talbert, Jakira Johnson. It's so many different people that I look up to, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to put a production together. It's not as easy. It's not as easy as people think it is. And of course, Tyler Perry as well, because he had broke so many barriers, not just for stage play, and also crossing over into films and sitcoms, and the list goes on and on and on.
Wow. Well, you know what? And I think Dr. James his mic is not working. Well, we're going to get ready to go to commercial break. And next segment, we're going to discuss this amazing stage play that is coming really soon, and how you chose the actors to be in this specific play. So, Dr.
So,
Cooley, take us
yes,
to
so
break.
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
This is so interesting already. And I tell you what, first segment is always getting an opportunity to know our guests, but we're going to come back. We got a lot more that we're going to talk to Dr. Donna about. And we also going to bring Dr. Terry Spain on as well. So if you want to be part of this conversation, whichever platform that you're watching us on, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any questions that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Doctor James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
The future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are. Grow in faith. And build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, we're sitting there having a discussion with Dr. Donna, and we're talking about his upcoming stage play. Not just that, but what goes into creating a stage play, making sure you have the right actors and actresses to play the part, and just the overall setting that from a vision, understanding, and focus that the creator have. And so we're going to dive a little bit deeper into all of those things. And what are your thoughts on this so far, Dr. Terry?
You know what, Dr. JC, I'm excited, and for this to be in Orlando, this will definitely open up a new a new door for people that's in Orlando to experience such a great screenplay that's going to be coming up, and some great actors. So I thank you for even choosing Orlando as the place to actually have this screenplay. I'm excited about everything, and I've been sharing it all on my social medias and everything, because I definitely support and like to support people who I know that's following their passion. So how excited are you about coming to Orlando, and what are your expectations from this play?
You know what? That's a good question, Terry. It's funny you mentioned that. I started off in Orlando, believe it or not. with my plays. I didn't even start in Miami. What happened is I transitioned into Atlanta, and then I started to do shows in Alabama, Mississippi. Then I finally did one in Miami 2 years ago. And so so let's just say it probably was about almost some years passed by before I came back to Orlando. Of course, the pandemic was another reason for everything. So coming back to Orlando, of course, it's different, many years, right? So I have to build the momentum all over again from where we started. So the Orlando is my starting hub. I like to say it's the hub, right? So they was very, they really supported me for many, many years, and they come in big numbers at that as well too. So I did church, and I hit my in-laws in Orlando. So I'm excited to come back. It's almost like a reunion being back at the Edgewater, being at Edgewater High School. So it's exciting, but I'm nervous at the same time, because when you haven't done something in so long, you're like, are the people showing up? Because people are last minute when it comes to buying tickets in this market. In the Orlando market. Not to say they're not going to support, it's just that they would wait to the last minute to purchase. So we have been getting tickets come in. You hear people saying they're coming, they're going to support. But of course, from a business standpoint, you're like, oh, like what's going on with this? What's going on with the numbers? The numbers. Yeah. But I know they're going to show up. So I'm excited, concerning that. And especially in the Orlando area. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to be back into this theater right there in Edgewater.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So Dr. Donna, how did you go about coming up with? I know about your book, but coming up with how you going to take your book, turn it into a play, what adjustments that you have to make in that, and what vision do you have when it comes to getting the right people to play the right parts in your play, especially doing the audition side of that? So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So for me, I would say it's more, I think to me, it's kind of like a spiritual thing for me. So of course, I pray, and then I will write the characters out. And if for some reason I'll get visions of different people playing different roles. So that's typically what happens. So I don't go to a full blown casting like people think. So a lot of the times it will be like I'll do casting calls, believe it or not, but I don't have that many people show up in the casting calls, which is so funny. And when I do have people show up to the casting calls, they literally be the people who land the roles. Right? It sounds kind of crazy, but that's really how it's been going on. So even when it came to Pooch and Sidora, how that came about is because I say it's time for me to take my production to the next level. It's time for me to, because I've been doing this for so long, it is time for me to embrace headliners. It's time to work with, those actors that's been in the industry for a very long time, to bring my storylines to what it would be, right? And so, with that being said, it was another playwright who I'm connected to, had a connection with DeMarco. So from DeMarco, speaking to him, he asked me, "What's your budget?" I'm Faith. This is Faith walk, So I gave a budget, but that don't really mean that's what it was. It's just everything is by faith. I move by faith, right? So I said, "This is the budget. This is what it is," and he gave me a list of people, and I went through the list of people. All of them were people who are in the industries that's been doing this for some time. And the two people that stand out to me was Drew and Pooch, to play the particular roles that I'm looking for standing on business. And so, which I believe that they will be able to exceed my expectation of what I'm looking for. And I know the audience are going to have a ball with the stage play, concerning, especially those who have been selected for the play as well. So that's really my process. Some people, they're lucky, they'll have 100 people outside. They got to choose 100 people. I take that back. Actually, Atlanta was probably the only place that happened. I did casting for Atlanta. It was hectic. I was not expecting that, because that's the hub where everybody is like Black Hollywood, right? So everybody's trying to to be in a production, or they don't know where their next break is going to come. So that was the experience that I had in Atlanta, where we had a lot of people. It was very hard. It was so many talents to choose from. Of course, I had a team, so we had to really go through that process of finding those talents. So I just remember that. So that's what I would say. So that would be my process with, concerning when it comes to casting call and getting to select who will play what in my stage play.
Yeah, that definitely has to seem like a strenuous process, and I'm quite sure, like with Atlanta, there's a lot of people. Everybody wants to be an actor or actress, so I know you probably get approached often about things like that. But as far as the stage play that's going to be at Edgewater, is there a particular target goal that you're looking at as far as like I want this X amount of people, or is there? And I know there are different packages that come along with the screenplay. Can you talk a little bit more about the screenplay and the packages and your target number?
Yeah, so my target number is to sell out, to be honest with you, because it's a higher money dollar. This is the most dollar stage play I have ever had in any of my years of doing this, because I don't have sponsorships, I don't have title sponsorships, so everything's coming out of my pocket. So definitely I would like to have a sold out show. And so with the packages that we have, I have a package for like sponsor, like the if it was supposed to be like a corporate sponsorships, all the way down to someone who just want to be a sponsor. They may say, I don't have the money, but then at the same time too, they may just have they might just be able to bring their services or something like that to the table. So that's just pretty much what it is. So my target number is just really to sell out the venue for the most part.
Donald, usually, when Black playwrights, when they have stage plays, the myth is that it's just the target audience is going to be African American. Mm-hmm. But your target audience, basically, how is this play being marketed for the target audience? Is it just a play for everybody? Can you kind of go into that?
Yes, the play's for everybody. So if I was to go based off my demographics of people who showed up in my plays in the past, I had Caucasian people, I had Muslim people, I had Christians, because usually most stage plays they did, you're going Christians to church, but I literally had everybody, atheists, all these different people, and I could be talking about a play about church, and they still showing up. They want to know what the show is about, and it's always something to pull them in, or they're asking questions. So to be able to go through the whole process of demographic audience, I had it all kinds. But of course, when we go through the history, they'll say, okay, your target audience is usually going to be women, of course, because women are going to be the first to say, I want to go see a stage play. Or you will have husbands and wives that's going to go see stage plays. And then, of course, you will have the demographic of 40s, 50s, and 60s. Those are demographics. So you will hear they say that many youth, not so much going into the plays like that, but I have seen them in the audience. Mm-hmm. It can also be because of the way I'm marketing, because I go out to the clubs, I go out to downtown Orlando, I go out to places where they're at. And I'm also, I personalize, like, for example, I was doing a promotion during the classic weekend. I was out there, so I'm not just a playwright, that's it. So I'm the street team as well. So I'm out there. I was passing out flyers to people, talking to them. I'll go to the places where, like the, other theaters that's non-Black. I'll go over there, talk about the play as well. I'll go to churches where there is also not just African Americans, but churches that are not non-African Americans. This all over the place, promote. Whoever is meant to be there, will be there. So I don't try to limit it just for one audience. Mm-hmm. Even though we know when it comes to plays, we may have that particular target audience that's going to come because they love stage plays. But I also try to target to those that may never been to a play before. And I have had many people that say, this is my first play I ever been to, and this was a phenomenal show. I enjoyed it. So now they're convinced that they want to go to other plays now because they didn't get the opportunity to go to any plays in the past. Yeah.
So, what is your goal? Like a lot of stage plays is like different touring cities, and some may end up on off Broadway. Because I know,
Mhm.
like one of your role models, Shelley Garrett,
Mhm.
Beauty Shop was originally on Broadway, and I saw that back in the day. So, is the goal to have, whether it's this play or any play that you're doing, have a touring around different major cities, and then eventually, I mean, it's hard to get off Broadway to get on Broadway, but is that the goal where you see? I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Even though it's not a play, Hamilton started off Broadway and it
Yeah.
moved to Broadway.
Yeah.
So, what is your goal as far as touring with this stage play?
So my goal is, I like to say, no limitation to where it can go. So I definitely would love to do Broadway. Broadway is definitely something I would like to do. But then at the same time, I want to tour. I want to do a national tour. And also something that came to my mind is I would love to do global. I would love to go to other countries, like Canada, Africa. It's so many different stuff. It's no limits really, but take it global, so that's something that I would love to do. And also another thing is to do digital, because I believe that if you're not able to do the national, or you can always do the digital, where you put it together and you put it on these digital platforms. For those who are globally that want to see the stage play, they can just go into these digital platforms and be able to watch the play as well. So no limits, honestly. Wherever God decides to take the play is, I'm okay. I'm open to it.
Wow. And that's how it should be. And I tell you what, it would be nice to get our plays in other countries and other things. And I hopefully the politics it won't prevent us from doing those things, because
Yeah.
right now it's difficult right now. We're gonna take a station break. But when we come back, we're gonna delve deep into Dr. Donna book and also his stage play. We're gonna find out exactly what it's going to be about. And I'm gonna encourage, if you in the Orlando area and wherever else that this great producer is doing it, you might want to go and check this play. But we're gonna talk about that when we get back. So whichever platform that you are watching us on, if you want to be part of this conversation, just go to the comment section. Any question that you might have, I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Looking to advance your education or career while staying true to your Christian faith? At Viridian Christian University, we make higher education affordable, flexible, and accessible wherever you are, cultivating a vibrant learning community where faith and knowledge converge, preparing graduates to fulfill their life's purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, doctorate, or honorary degree, Viridian's 100% online programs can fit your lifestyle. Study on your schedule from your home, office, or anywhere without compromising quality or values. With affordable tuition and programs in Christian leadership, business, and theology, Viridian will equip you to lead with purpose in a changing world. Go to ViridianChristianUniversity.com and see how you can join our global fellowship of faith-driven leaders, online and affordable. To learn more and apply, visit ViridianChristianUniversity.com. Viridian Christian University, a unique and dynamic environment for success, empowering leaders of faith.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you what, just sitting there having a discussion with Dr. Don, and also my main man Terry Spain. That's my little brother. That's my dog, and I just sitting back reminiscing. And Dr. Don, you said something. You said I would like to get this over in Africa. I like to get it over in all these other places. Well, you're talking to one of the kings, a Ghana. Right there. So my second installment is coming up in February, where I will have the power tonight and do a lot of other stuff. And Michelle will be crowned queen of the Agona Kasawa Kingdom in Central Africa. So, Terry, you will be getting a formal invite to the student. And Dr. Donald, you'll get one too, man. I don't know if you come. I don't know if you have time. But this is a once in a lifetime thing.
That's awesome.
And, our kingdom is great.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about a little bit more about that one later. I want to get back to your book. First of all, before we get off into the play, can you tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit about your book, why you wrote it, and of course you got to tell them where they can get it at. But can you explain that to? And then I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Terry, and we're gonna go off into the play and all that other great stuff. And so you got it right now.
Yes. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to expand the brand. So I know it's a market for books, and so I know for those that's not going to get the opportunity to see the actual stage play. So writing a book is so powerful. The reason why I even wrote Standing on Business is because I had a friend who actually passed away through domestic violence, and he was just basically trying to help his female friend. And in the midst of trying to help, the husband pretty much shot him. And so with that being said, I drawn the inspiration of writing about domestic violence because it was so many other people who I know that's been going through domestic violence. So that's really what Standing on Business is about, is the awareness of that. And so so I wanted to write the book, and I also want to have an outlet for those who do love books. And the reason why the book came, because I told myself that all my shows, I want to have a book. So every time I do a play, I'm going to write a book. I will go ahead and convert those into books, because when people watch the play, they always say that my play, it looks like it's a book or a movie. So they're also like, it's just so much going on that they would love to go more in depth, like the background of the characters. And with the books, I get the opportunity to go deeper into the character profile and the stories and the scenes. So it's just so much more. And so that's why I went ahead and created the book. And so once again, and as I continue to do other shows, then people will begin to see the books that will be attached to it. And the goal, of course, is eventually, when that opportunity happens, far as movies, and then these stories can turn into actual movies as well too. So that was the reason why I created the book with the play. And the book is really amazing. Like I said, it talks about, when it comes to generational curse, for example, it's taboo. We hear a generational curse and everything. So it goes more deeper in the story. It's not like I'm not preaching at people, but you're showing it in the sense of the reality of what goes down. And so what you see is in the story is the mother, she went through a domestic violence situation. And so it made her bitter. And so now she has 3 daughters, and then you get to see the 3 daughters and their relationship and the things that they going through as well. And then it also talks about a little bit on the man's side as well, that as a man, they can also go through domestic violence too. It's just that it's very like a taboo topic that people don't want to touch. Yeah, that men don't go through that, but it does go through that. And then also talks about the mental of abuse too, because they don't have to necessarily gotta be physical. People can literally be in a abuse situation, but more so in the mental of it. And so it talks about all of that. And then you get to see the generational things that's passed down to the kids, and why they're not calling the police, why they put it under the rug, why they're not seeking this help. Because it's easy for someone, if you're not going through that, you'd be like, okay, they just stupid. Why they in a relationship? Why they ain't call the police? Why they getting beat up all the time? And you get to see why, because mama didn't do it. Auntie didn't do it. So you get to see in the bloodline of those people. So now the kids is only, going through the same thing mama went through, auntie went through, and stuff like that. So it kind of talks about that. But like I said, it's not like a preaching thing. I'm not preaching at the people, right? But later on, it is, of course, it's always something like, it's something you're going to take with you. I would draw everybody in. They entertain. They like, oh my God, oh. And then at the end, it's like, oh, there you go. So it's the balance. I would say it's a balance to it for the most part. Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of it was great to hear that you said that you went out to Classic and you really hit the streets, because that's a mass amount of people that come into Orlando. So it was good to hear that you said that you did go out there and do that self-advertisement, because that's sweat equity, if you will, because that's what it takes. When you writing plays, do you give the actor or actress a little leeway to go off script? I know some producers, they're like, no, it's my way or the highway, right? But as for you, do you give actors or actress some leeway to kind of go just a little off script to if the moment allows?
Oh yes, I'm not one of those writers or producers that say stick to the script. Of course, I'm going to be like, stick to the storyline. Right. Know your character, know who you're playing, know their background. I believe that the natural way of acting is when you can allow the actor to become the character and can also say something that it wasn't even written, but is a background of what they was able to discover from the character. And so I believe the best performance is when you allow them, you give them the free way to do just that. But of course, it's a discipline piece of it is where don't overdo it. to that way you do not throw the entire cast off. So, so it is going to be some of that where you will see that even with Pooch and all of the different people, where the audience going to see that it's going to be so natural. Even me sometime when I notice that it's some little stuff they'll do, and I'm like, whoa, and I'll be amazed in the back because I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that, Yeah. So now I'm like, that's the character. So that's why, to me, when it comes to me, my philosophy is to allow them that leeway, because you'll get the best performance just that way.
Yeah, I think it actually kind of rubs off to the audience, and it makes it seem like it's real genuine when you have that actor or actress creativity that can go along, as long as they stick into the storyline. I know that you mentioned that you said that in your banner or that you had your flyer that's out, it says wear purple, right?
Yeah.
Will you also be providing or have some information for folks who may need it? And not saying that you're going to force that on them, but in the event if they needed to get more information about domestic violence, or they are the person that's going through it, will you have any type of takeaway that someone can either look at or have information on?
That's a great question. I have that takeaway in the play. Towards the end, I have the actors to talk about the statistics, where they can go and who they can reach out to concerning if they're going through those type of issues. So the takeaway is within the play itself towards the ending part of the play. So it's very creative how I put it together. And then also in the book itself, of course, is written in the book as well. So yeah, so it do have a takeaway concerning resources and stuff of where can people go concerning those different outlets.
I'm excited, man. I'm
excited. I'm excited as well. We got to take a station break, but we're going to get back. This is so exciting to write a play, a book, because it's more than just formative. These things happen in life every day. And awareness, getting the word out, getting all of your family members and friends to come out and support what Dr. Donna is doing in Orlando. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and we're going to figure out what is Dr. Donna plan for as making sure that the theaters, when they come to see this, is full all over the country. So if you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on. That's any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Yes, your life, and ain't nothing but a party, y'all. Ain't nothing but a party, y'all.
Ain't nothing but a party, y'all. James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
Dr. James.
We have arrived at Prison Island. And I'll tell you what, it's beautiful out here. The water is so clear. The beach. I am excited. I will keep you informed. This is wonderful. Zanzibar. Zanzibar. Zanzibar.
Yeah,
Get over here, Randy.
I see why people say you haven't traveled until you've been to Zanzibar. I get it, man. I totally understand it. We're about to have some fun.
Dr. James. JC. That's right.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and I tell you what, we're sitting here talking to these two great doctors. You know, my main man Terry. You all already know he's on the show all the time. He's doing so many great things with all of these different organizations, Orlando Magic, other professional. He is the man. Hey Terry, when can I get one of your autographs, man?
Talk to my agent. You got to talk to Donald. Donald is the man.
LaDonna is the man. I tell you what, this play, I just sitting back just listening to the dialogue that you and Dr. Donald was having a few minutes ago, and it just brings that out of you, because I can only say about me and my growing up and everything that he is discussing in the play, I have seen it in person, in live, and it's been passed down from generation to generation, especially when it comes to the women passing it, how they or their daughters saw what the mother went through and passed down to them. They having the same issues, because awareness and understanding. No one had told them it's okay to be different. It's okay to push all that stuff to the side. It's okay to develop your own thoughts and see the things that you saw your mother and your grandmother and everybody else and other family members. You don't have to live that way. And I think that this play that Donald, that you're writing, kind of like explains that. It kind of gives them an explanation of these things do happen. You know, so my question to you is congratulations on this. And I think your play opened up the 13th of December, if I remember correctly, in Orlando. I could be wrong. I don't want to put some dates out there that's wrong.
That's correct. That's correct. It's December 13th.
Do you have any, I ain't talking about we can do it right now on the show, any footage promoting? I'm talking about some video footage or anything like that.
Yeah, I do. I have trailer. I do have a trailer. I got little pieces of, because I did this one performance in Miami, so I have some of the clips of the performance that I have shared on social media, and also I have a trailer as well. Yeah, I do have that.
This is what I would do if it's okay with you, and I don't get caught with copyright infringement because people kill me. I can put it on my platforms and let them know, hey, this is what's coming. This is what's coming to Orlando. Have you already got contract dates for other cities around the United States, or are you just waiting on that?
Because I'm independent, so I do everything by myself. It's me. I fund my entire show by myself. So I just do it as as spot dates. That's what they call spot dates. So I go in and sign contracts. I do all that by myself. So I don't have a promoter of somebody that's coming in to say, okay, I'm taking over the booking, or I'm going to be doing booking. So I'm not over there yet, but yeah. So I did Miami by myself as well. Of course, my team. I don't say by myself. It takes a team. So me and my team. So we've done Miami. So this our second performance. What we're doing in Orlando. So the goal is to do other shows in other places. I would love to do Michigan. I would love to do North Carolina. So many different other areas that absolutely are areas that are big when it comes to stage plays. Like if they hear stage plays, you know they're coming to stage plays because it's this historical, you know, the history of them showing up for stage plays. It's just, it takes it takes funding, to do such thing. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that right now. Yeah.
So my recommendation to you is, I live in Dallas, Fort Worth area. I also live in the San Diego area. Dallas might be a great market for you.
It is.
If I were you, I would figure out a way of getting in touch with promoters or however that is in Dallas, and trying to get the theaters or get them to help fund all of these things, because everybody's looking to see, hey, how can I get something from this or whatever that is. But those are the type of things in the big markets that you already know. You're a professional in this. I have produced plays as well with the J.C. Cooley Foundation. A couple of plays in pretty big markets, but those are some of the things that I would encourage, and I hope I ain't overstepping my.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
That you look into that, because of the way you explain. I think a lot of people need to see this, and if you get me some short trailers or whatever that is, and that you give me the okay, I will have my peeps to push them out on all of my markets and all my platforms.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, Dr. T, we got about 2 minutes left in the show. I know you. I can see the question on you.
well, I mean, you know me too well. The only thing I was gonna ask is, how can people pay to come see this play? Do you have, like, I know you have social media, but is there a link or anything so that we can put that on here? Because like I said, I'm going to be flooding all of my social medias because I believe in you and I believe in this play. So I really want to flood the masses as it relates to this play.
Sure, absolutely. So it's an Eventbrite. So Eventbrite is the platform that we're using for the ticketing. So as long as you go to Eventbrite, you put Orlando and just put Standing on Business, and then it should show up that way. And also my website, which is www.donaldvariste.com. So it's my first and last name.com. And so my website will link you to the Eventbrite website as well. So Eventbrite is the platform that we're currently using to purchase tickets.
One of the things that I say real quickly, because we're out of time, once you do the first play, whatever, however, when you feel it's perfect, try to pack that, and where people can do a pay-per-view and all that other type of things to watch that and push it out. I do everything I can to help you out, brother. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. But I know that's probably going to take 2 or 3 times to really get it right. At least that's what it took with me. Really get it right where you want people to be able to go and watch the videos and all that the entire time. Hey, we're out of time. Dr. T, my dog, my man. Love you, brother. Love you. Thanks for bringing Donna on. Donna, it's been an absolute pleasure. I would love to get you back on again one of these days, if your time permits. So anybody recommended by Dr. T is highly recommended. They come highly recommended. So thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely fantastic show and program. Most importantly, I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners all over the country, all over the world, for tuning in to the James Cooley Show, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always, always, always dream big, think big, and be big. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life, and we'll see you then.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Hey, that was fantastic.